everyone, I'm Dave and this is
Sam.
and welcome back to
The Control Chaos. We want to thank everyone who appreciated the Campfire Stories series. We weren't actually believing that it would be that much appreciated, but yeah, thank you everyone who liked the video, and we hope to make more from now on.
So without any further ado, let's get into the video.
If you want to understand why I left the place I was at, you have to hear the entire story. You won't believe it, of course, but your skepticism means nothing, because what I saw that night has been with me ever since. In my mind, in my thoughts, in my dreams, as nightmares. But whether you believe me or not, I'll tell you anyway. Consider this a warning, a caution, in case you find yourself near that god-forsaken swamp late at night. I used to work in a call center and I used to do night shifts, so it was obvious that I used to come back home late at night. Now here's the thing, on my way back home there's this swamp, thick, murky, moist, frog laden, mosquito swarming, reptile infested, crappy smelling swamp with thick tall grass, cattles and heaps of pond scum. Hardly any street lights and thick swamp on both sides of the road, it becomes hard to see anything in late night. There are no side roads and the houses down the street are separated sometimes by more than a kilometer apart. It's not merely spooky walking down this road at night, it's fucking terrifying. You can hear sounds, both real and imagined, coming from the swamp, chirping, croaking, howling, grunting animals. The rustling of leaves and branches in the canopy of trees and the splashing water from underneath them. And that's the worst. You can hear the sound of something lurking nearby, apparently tunk underwater. It can be a turtle, a snake, or something inhuman. You never know. You just keep walking with your teeth and hands clenched tight, hoping nothing crawls through the tall grass next to you and onto the road. Or even worse than those sounds, the sudden splashes that happen you're walking and scare a toad or a frog and it jumps into the water. The sound makes you almost shit yourself as you begin a running spree that lasts about 3 seconds before you realize what it was. And then you're left with your heart pounding so hard that the sound of your blood gushing in your temples scares you just as much. These are the types of the things that happen when you're in the swamp. And this is what I had to look forward that night, since my asshole pothead roommate passed out on the sofa high on weed with the laptop set probably tuned on to some shitty Bollywood movie. And don't get the impression that I simply called once and gave up. You can trust that his cell phone had around 7 or so missed calls, 3 very unfriendly voice notes on WhatsApp, and several aggressive text messages. I could just imagine his phone lying in another room of the house, softly vibrating in my desperate attempts to reach him as he snored. But eventually, I gave up. And having just about no other friends to contact in the area as a resource, I stopped by the nearby gas station, grabbed a pack of Goldfleck King's Light, and began my way back home. Now, you must understand that the first 30 minutes or so of my walk isn't that bad. I'm still in the most populated part of the town and there are street lights, stores, houses and cars passing by in a large number. That's important. If there are a lot of cars going by, you feel safer than where there are very few cars going by. Because when there are only 1 or 2 cars that pass you every 3 minutes, that means there could be a psychopath in one of those cars and they may have enough time to stop by and murder you without being caught. But if there are a lot of cars around, there may be psychopaths passing by, but they'll most likely not kill you because there are too many people to witness the crime. At least that's my reasoning, I digress. No psychopaths pulled up to me as I walked about this part of the town. Anger took hold of fear when I thought about how all of this could be spared if not for the negligence and carelessness of my roommate. When I got home, I was really going to have it in for him. I truly considered that at that time the possibility of physically smacking his damn face. But my thought was interrupted when I glanced up for a moment, and I saw that I was not alone in that road. A sharp panic seized my heart and I became very nervous. A long distance up ahead of me, I could see the soft silhouette of a figure. It was so far away that I couldn't tell whether it was moving ahead or in my direction. I froze. What were the chances of there being some malicious punk wandering in the street at night looking to rob me or pick a fight? I did not know what to do. Run? There were only two directions. Continue walking? What were the risks? As I stood there, I saw that the figure was indeed moving in my direction and its form was becoming more defined. And this was the time I began to notice how awkward it was moving. It did not walk normal. It did not bob up and down like how a normal person does. What was coming towards me, it would seem from my perspective, moved in short, quick, jerking movements. And I could see from what light was present how its twitchy limbs projected from its torso, and how it was getting closer, and how its head stuck out from a neck that was longer than any human neck should be, and how at this time I could now faintly hear the noises that it was making, the sounds of suckling, and how it was moving quicker and quicker towards me, and how its face lifted, and I could see its eyes glare like glowing yellow beads. Those pupils, they weren't human. Its eyes were locked on me as it kept walking towards where I stood frozen, and we both were there, motionless, standing meters apart, looking at each other. I could not fathom what it was, but from what I could see in that godforsaken darkness, did not seem human at all. And then it let out the most ungodly, inhuman screech I have ever heard. It squealed violently, and the sound resounded through the swamp, and the chirping and croaking of the crickets and frogs stopped. In a moment, everything went silent and blurry, and the rumbling and humming was all that I could hear afterwards. The rumbling and humming of a car ahead, speeding towards us, tires racing loudly. The thing in front of me hunched over and turned to see the headlights beaming our way. And that's when I saw it. I saw its thick black hair covered body, its hands that seemed like paws and inches long nails protruding from its long contorted fingers, mouth of a wolf with sharp long pointed teeth and red saliva dripping forked tongue. Imagine a rabid wolf, just bigger, blacker and scarier. It hissed, getting down all on its four, only pausing for a second to turn back towards me, gawking at me with its wide yellow eyes, before clawing harshly into the swamp. The car that scared the thing away was my roommate's car. "Dude, get in the fucking car!" he screamed. I stood up and got in the car as fast as I could. He drove as fast as he could, and within minutes, we were at our apartment. I was shaken. I was terrified. But we chose never to speak about it to each other ever again. I left the job and moved to another place, and I thought it was over. 3 months ago, police found my roommate's body near the swamp. They say his body is filled with bite and claw marks as if some animal did this. His last call was to me. His last words were, "Run, it's coming for you." I knew I was marked the day I saw it. I have been running since then. But I know I can run, I can hide, but I can never escape.
What do you think about this video? Let us know in the comments down below. Like and share this video with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet.
If you want us to read your story, then you can send it directly to me or Dev. You can also drop your story in our Facebook page inbox. The links are in the description and on the screen right about now. Stay tuned for your weekly dose of horror.
We'll see you again in another segment of the Controlled Chaos. Till then,
Peace out.
Ha 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 ha!